What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Instagram Influencer Business Boss video. Today I'm talking all about Instagram engagement ratio and rates and why you need to know and why it's important. So continue watching because you're going to get in on all the know right now. Hey, I'm Samantha. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't already subscribed yet, please do so because I create videos all about Instagram influencer stuff, business stuff, entrepreneurial stuff, fitness stuff, all the things, because that is my lifestyle. And I'm sharing with you guys a million years. I feel like it's a million years of things that I've learned, I've tried, I've tested, I've failed at, so that you don't have to. So today I'm talking all about Instagram influencer engagement, or I should just say Instagram engagement, not necessarily influencer, because you might be a newbie watching this video. But these are the things that you need to know about the importance of Instagram engagement, what the ratios mean, what the rates are, like all these different terminology, things that you should know. And even if you are not an influencer yet, or you're looking to become an influencer, this is all proper terminology that you need to know and understand so that when you reach out to brands or when brands approach you, you know how to talk like an influencer. So you know, you kind of act or kind of fake it, that you know what you're talking about and that you are a professional and that you are experienced. Because on Instagram right now, the followers, yes, I mean, there's so much talk about how the importance of followers are, but if you've been following my videos, followers do not matter. The numbers do not matter. Stop worrying about the numbers. It's not about that. It's all about your experience, how you position yourself on Instagram, and just like and knowledge. Experience and knowledge. Sorry, it's been a really long day. Usually I film my videos in the morning. As you guys can see by the clock behind me, it is 4:30. So I've had a long ass day. Losing my word. But anyways, I digress. Back to the topic of influencer engagement ratio, engagement rates, and why they're important. What is a good Instagram engagement rate? Your engagement rate matters because it determines how much people like you. So kidding. I'm so kidding. Do not take that seriously. It is not. But it does reveal how many people are connecting with your account and directly interacting with it. And it's one of the most important tools an influencer has to have in their toolbox and know how to calculate it at all times. Okay, so if you're in the newer end to Instagram influencing stuff and stuff like that, and maybe you're trying to grow your account, you just need to understand engagement rate and engagement ratio. And basically, if you're trying to grow an Instagram account, you need to know what it means and how to keep it high, because it seriously affects everything on Instagram, from hitting the explore page to how much brands will pay you to post. So when you are communicating with anyone regarding your Instagram account, it is really smart to know proper terminology. So this is the first thing that's going to make you stand out from the crowd of unexperienced influencers, okay? So pay attention right here. And remember, what matters most about being an influencer is not about the followers. It is about your experience and your knowledge and how you position yourself as an influencer. So if you're watching this video right now and you're like, Sam, I don't have a lot of followers, stop that attitude. It doesn't matter. Listen up. For example, a newbie might message a brand that they want to work with and be like, hi, so-and-so, I'm so excited. I really love your brand. I have like this many followers. You guys want to work with me? Don't do that. Don't do that ever. I mean, if you are doing that right now, I'm going to give you a little tiny golf clap for trying and putting yourself out there and like making that effort and taking that step. That's awesome. But I'm going to help you guys clean that up. Because think about it this way, if you're running DMs like that, there's other experienced Instagram influencers that are probably reaching out to the brand. They're sending a DM to get the right person's contact to reach out to, depending on the account, and they're sending a DM positioning themselves like a professional, which I'm going to get into more depth in my Paste Influence Academy, which you can find out more information in the description below. I'll help you with scripting, all the DMs and all of that. But also I want you guys to make sure that you download my free Instagram influencer post checklist so you have the proper foundation to become a highly paid influencer. So the link is also down in the description below, right? So make sure you get those two things. Get your free download of how to post, especially if you're starting up. And two, if you are wanting more information on how to script and write to brands properly to help yourself stand out as an influencer, make sure you click on my Pays to Influence Academy. Enrollment may or may not be open, depends when you're watching this video, but definitely check it out and get on that email list so you know when it is, because there's so much goodness inside that academy that you definitely want to know if you want to grow your Instagram influence and really start getting paid and highly paid for posting on Instagram. Okay, so back to engagement. So there's a few different ways you can calculate your engagement, and there's like debate on which is the best way or whatever, but honestly, I'm going to tell you the way that you should do it. And it doesn't matter which way you use, unless the company asks for a specific way to calculate it. But what you should do is every single month, as you're growing on Instagram, keep track of it and recalculate every month. And as you grow your influence, this number is going to be key and you really want to pay attention to it. So either in your planner or on your phone or something like that in the notes section, like write down Instagram engagement, put down the date, the number of followers you have, and your ratio calculation, which I'm going to tell you how to calculate it yourself right now. And that is how to calculate your Instagram engagement ratio. So first, you're going to do this for the last 30 days. That's the typical average of posts. And it is the average number of likes plus comments plus posts divided by the numbers of followers you have multiplied by 100. Okay, so that's a lot of math. That's going to take a lot of time. That's going to take, I don't even do this for myself. Want to know why? Because I have a website for you to use. So this is one of the best websites that I've come across that calculates not only your engagement rate and ratio, but also, oh my gosh, it gives you so much more information. And the website is Hype Auditor. Now this website also calculates so much more than just your engagement. And it's one of the most accurate websites with so much detail that I've seen out there so far. And I go through a lot. And it gives you like audience numbers, your engagement. It tracks to see if you do follow, unfollow, if you're buying comments, if you're in like the DM pods. So just make sure that you guys never ever fall into the trap of buying or auto-botting anything on Instagram, because there are websites out there that can literally see everything that you do. And it's not even like they can, oh, they're going into Instagram or anything like that, but they can see the fluctuation of numbers go up, go down, like follow, unfollow causes really big spikes with comments as well. And it's just not worth it. So I know Instagram takes so much patience, and I know you're probably getting emails, you're probably getting DMs from different like Autobot companies saying for $100 you can get like 5,000 new followers or whatever. I get them all the time too. I get them in my email inbox, I get them in my DMs. It's crazy. There's so many companies out there doing this, but do not. I'm just telling you right now, if you want to grow an influence on Instagram, if you want to be a highly paid influencer, do not fall victim to buying any followers, comments, the likes, nothing. It is really, like, I've mentioned this in almost every single video that I've put out there about Instagram business. It's gonna screw up your account. With websites like this hyper one that I'm talking about, it shows this stuff. And if companies are gonna start getting smarter, because influencers are a big help to them, they help them make a lot of money. So they will start using these. They will start filtering out Instagrammers really quickly if they see them using this stuff. So it's just not worth it. You're putting in so much time into creating epic content for engaging with your followers and everything. Don't ruin it by trying to get an extra 5K followers on your account or whatever. Just don't do it. Have the patience. It's gonna take time, especially not to grow on Instagram. But if you can grow a following that is super engaged and that just really loves your content, your engagement ratio is gonna be so high, you're gonna be able to charge whatever the fuck you want, and it's gonna pay off. So it's the slow and steady race that's gonna win the race. A slow and steady game that wins the race, whatever. I'm tired right now. It is 4:46 and I need some more coffee. So just don't auto anything. There's so many websites out there now that are just like getting so much smarter with all these new algorithm changes and everything. So it's just not worth it. All right, so back to my point. That is with Hype Auditor. So you can click the link for that in the description below. Please use my code to support it, especially for all the free info that I give you guys. And your first account reading is free too. So I highly recommend checking it out, using it. That's hypeauditor.com/I/Samantha17. All right, so back to talking about the importance of having and keeping a high engagement rate. So like I've kind of mentioned, it's a great sign that your followers listen to what you have to say. And that is the whole point of people being an influencer, right? And this is really important to brands that may wish to consider working with you and paying you to introduce their products to your audience. Duh, that's what influencers do, right? And a low engagement rate. On the other hand, if you do this Hype Auditor or any other engagement platform, because there's a ton out there, and you see that your engagement rate is really low, so this is where things can get tricky. It's either you have to like analyze your whole profile, which of course my videos coming up and in the past, they all talk about fixing all of this, right? So you've either done a couple things. You've either already bought followers and comments and all that, and these websites see it and they're just like, meh, 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 like giving you just red X's across the board. They're decreasing your value of your account. Or maybe you're posting content that isn't what your followers really like. Like maybe you post a really dope picture and it gets a lot of follows and comments and likes, but then you post a couple crappy ones or something like that and your engagement kind of sucks on those. So it's really going to take a lot of an analyzing of your account, which can be done. And again, you can use my free Instagram post checklist, link in the bio. Like this checklist is like Bible. So if your engagement ratio is low, check it out, start implementing those things, and it's going to help raise it up. So for engagement rates, I'm going to go over a few of the general rates that you should be falling into depending on your follower count. Again, follower numbers don't matter, but this is just going to give you a range so you can kind of track and see if you are in the right spectrum of what your engagement ratio should be around. If you're under 1,000 followers, so 1 follower to 1,000 followers, and maybe you post maybe 3 or 4 times a week, you should be getting around 7% engagement. At 1,000 to 10,000 followers, posting about 5 times a week, you should be getting about 3%. And from 10 to 100K, it's a huge range, but you should be posting about daily and you should be around 2%. And then once you're over 100K, you're about 1.8% or less. So if you're falling really far below the average percentages of the rates, I highly suggest analyzing your Instagram and start implementing the free tips, kind of like I've mentioned already a million times in my free Instagram influencer post checklist. So go download that right now and definitely jump onto my video and watch the 5 ways to boost your Instagram engagement and start using those methods if you haven't already. Now keep in mind, it's going to take time to increase your engagement. It's not going to happen overnight, within a week or within a month. Like honestly, it's consistency and it's going to take time, and Instagram rewards that. So don't get discouraged if you like start implementing all these things and even after a week you don't see change. Like it's honestly going to take time, and trust me, like don't worry about the algorithm. Don't worry about how much time it takes, because guess what? We're all in the same fucking boat. Like we are. Like I even try to change things up with my Instagram, and as much as I know about it, like I have to be patient. I have to wait. I can't, worry about it. I just have to keep doing my thing every single day, and it's going to pay off. So just keep that in mind. If you're trying to raise your engagement, that's all you got to do. Just stay consistent and stay on track. So with that, let me know if your engagement is super high, average, or low after you calculate it down in the comments below. I'm really curious to see where you guys are all at. And also you can include your Instagram username so then I can check you out and give you some free tips on how to improve your account in upcoming videos, or maybe I'll just like comment you back on the post. Don't forget to subscribe. I know this video was quick today, but I hope that's the style that you like. You guys are getting free information really quickly so you can start implementing it into your own Instagram accounts and become highly paid influencers. All right. So thank you again so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.